So, I'm doing a reading. I was supposed to be doing an 11-11 reading, but I'm doing a 5-5-5 reading because I feel like it. So, we're moving right along. Let's see what Spirit has to say. I'm laughing because I was just doing an 11-11 reading. I got sidetracked. It was a mess from the very beginning. I got sidetracked by this Aisha Curry stuff. She didn't do nothing wrong. She's just being a woman in the world, and these men are upset with her. And I'm sorry, but it's so funny because it's just like, you go to her Instagram. First of all, why are there regular men who say that they're straight under her Instagram talking about you don't love your husband? I'm sorry. And I'm somebody who has always said, I haven't always said this, I've been saying this for the past few years, I do believe everybody's on the spectrum of queer, okay? I do believe that. I feel like everybody, I've never met somebody who, like, I couldn't imagine ever going that way. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, when these guys come up under her comments and are talking about don't change now, don't lie now, advocating for her husband who seems to be perfectly fine in their marriage. I'm like, just say you have a crush. It's just getting to a certain point. This is when homophobia really does, it slows you down. It slows down your development. Just, you could be free. You could be free right now. In fact, it's in. It's in for some of y'all to be gay. Not all of us. But for some of y'all, you'd get something out of that. So you need to go ahead and let yourself be free. Because all this homophobia, pent up self-hate, I just can't. I can't. And I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, he's being homophobic because he is gay. But sometimes it's just so obvious that somebody is wrestling with their own experience in the world and they don't want to accept it. And I have patience and I have love for it when they're not doing anything to hurt other people. But when you're out here acting a mess in a country where you're not going to be hurt for where you're from, for how you present, and during a time when you're not about to be hurt, the people that will hurt you are maybe your friends, maybe the people that you call your friends. But beyond that, you'll probably be all right. And when those types of personalities are still out here speaking a mess online, that's when I'm just like, okay, like, God, do something or else I'm about to. Because it gets embarrassing. It gets really embarrassing. Anyways, it's laughable up until a certain point. So, what is this 555 reading about? I'm like, I can say all this because my channel gets like two hits. So these people won't see it unless they start watching tarot readings, which would be extremely funny. The World card. Look at that. And there's the Queen. On the World card. Do you see that rainbow? Spirit said I ain't never told a lie. And I don't personally want these people to be a part of the gay community. I'm part of the gay community. I don't want them showing up. They're a mess and they're annoying. But will I accept them if they do? Yes, of course I will. And will I have patience? Yes, of course. And am I actually mad at them? No. Like, everybody goes through their phases, but it is annoying. It is annoying. Okay, we have the World card, the King of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Oh, what is that? The Six of Wands. Achievement. That's what the Six of Wands talks about. The Four of Swords coming out of the King of Wands and the World card is like the battle's done. I've been seeing 404 for the longest time now. I've been noticing it, but I don't give it any attention. I don't know. Maybe this is the culmination reading. So I know I said that this is 555, but 555 to me also can represent the end. And I've been seeing like all the 11s, all the 17s, all the 10s, well, all the 10s, 10, 10, 11, 11, like I said. I wonder if like the end, this is the end, you know, like, if this is the end, like, I feel like what's behind you is the big moment. Like, the big moment is behind you, and I'm wondering if you knew that. Because it's like, is it recognizable? I'm not quite sure. But I feel like the past is burning up. Like, the past is burning up. And the path is clear. Like, you know the direction you're heading down. Ah, my nose. I'm getting all those itchies. The spider feelings. Ah, the path is burning. The past is burning up. The path, you know. Ah. And we have the Knight of Cups, back of deck, Nine of Swords. Here on the ground, we got, come here. We got the Page of Swords, okay. And like, there's something here about like back to regular scheduled programming. But for real though, maybe something's about to drop outside your door. Maybe some communication, maybe some information. My nose is all tickly. Maybe something's about to, maybe something's about to come outside your door. Maybe some information, maybe a letter, maybe a gift, maybe an offering. Someone gives you a little peace offering or something. Knock up on your door. Let's see. I feel like you have 9 lives. Like, the energy here is like, you've got 9 lives because because I feel like you could have been disrupted, sent off the path, destroyed a couple times. But it's like those barriers, like, you always got another life loading. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't work this time, next life, like right around the corner. You got 9 lives. Like, you've got time to spare, but I feel like you're good. Like, I feel like there's been a god or a goddess like ushering in like timing for you, making things work for you. Making things work for you while you figure out this work, while you figure out this path. Like, they're making it work. And it's really working in your favor, or it's really worked in your favor, because I feel like you're on like a safe road. Like, you've got a little safety to you now that maybe you didn't have before. But like something might have been settled, or like, but you still, I feel like, have a backup. Like, there's backup plans upon backup plans for you, but I feel like you've also got like a safety to you. We got this Queen of Wands. What is going on with her? All I'm noticing is this balled up fist. For what reason? Why? What's going on with the Queen of Wands? What? She's reacting to something. This Queen of Wands, oh my gosh, my nose. This Queen of Wands might be reacting to the Six of Wands. I've never, ever, oh, hold on. I'll get back there. I've never, ever done this type of reading before. But this Queen of Wands could be jealous. I don't like doing these types of readings, so I know Spirit must not. I don't feel like Spirit's going to keep me here long, but maybe the message really does just need to come out. There could be a Queen of Wands who's like been like, who's their efforts failed, basically. Their efforts failed. They might have been up in your business, trying to block your vision, trying to see where you're going, trying to be all up in your business. Oh, sorry, I can't, because like the way I've in my head and to my sister been like, those readers that do those jealousy readings, but and my sister and I, we have a joke about these the witches of the underworld, because I don't even remember who did that reading. Some fantastic, hilarious reader. But those readings always crack me up. Like the jealousy readings, the evil eye. It's like, what the hell? You know, what's going on with people's lives? But it's not that deep over here. I don't feel like it's that deep, though it could have been. But the point is, this Queen of Wands, I feel like, was up in your business. And to be honest, she might not have been alone. Low key, there could have been a whole host of people, like a bag of them. There could have been like a bag of people who are low-key like plotting on you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to take myself serious because it's like, but I'm like, spirit, like, I don't do these types of readings. That's so funny. It's just hard to take it seriously. I am one of those people who's like, why would anyone be jealous? And not because there's nothing to be jealous of. Like, jealousy is a natural emotion. It's totally okay. I've experienced jealousy myself. But I struggle to understand like why it would ever go beyond the point of like the feeling you have within you. You know, when it comes to taking action, see, taking action, like there's no way. Why would you take action? And do what? Like, I can't. So it cracks me up because I really struggle to believe that there are people out there plotting because of jealousy or like misunderstandings or anything. It's just like, why not focus on your own life? You know what I mean? Like, I really struggle to get it. I really do struggle to get it. So it's just cracking me up a little bit because I'm just like, there's no way. There's no way. But anyways, we might be beyond that. So anyways, in the past, there was all that energy. We're wrapping that up because there's no need to focus on it. Like, I really don't feel like there's a need to focus on that. If that's real, it's all right. So let's move on, as Spirit, I think, wants to. That was a whole bunch of fire energy. All that's being burned up. So Spirit, what's the point? What do you want to talk about? We've got Temperance. Okay, back on track. Thank you very much. So we've got Temperance and the Magician. Cool. Good. Okay, what's going on with Temperance? There's an illumination of self, awakening of self. This has been happening for a while now. I've been doing that. Oh my God, there's the Magician. He wanted to come out. I didn't take him out initially. He said, I'll come out on my own. Well, maybe it was that. Maybe you went and you found yourself and yourself was like, hey, and you were like, hey, like, and you were ready to like go get yourself. And yourself was like, nah, like, I need to get myself out of this situation. There's a whole lot of selves going on. But like, you went to a meeting space or a meeting place where your part of yourself was, your partial self, one of yourselves, an expression of yourself was. And you went there with the tools to try and, to like, with an intention to like get yourself, reconnect with yourself, whatever you want to call it. And you had the tools made available to you. But yourself decided that it seems like yourself was like, actually, hold on a minute. Then I think you discovered you didn't need any tools. It was like maybe Spirit put the tools there for you to realize you don't need any tools. And that you walk two planes. Because there is this idea, like with this Temperance card, I've been waiting for like a signal that like the self is going to come into emerging, that there's going to be a merger between you and this self. And I've been thinking about that for these past few readings. I've been reading it that way, like with that expectation. I'm not sure that that's actually how it's supposed to go. I feel like maybe it could be that you were meant to find yourself along this path in this place, to recognize that you exist in multiple realms. You exist on multiple pathways. And maybe you needed to see this path of yourself to know it exists and to walk alongside it. Like, there's like these two paths, and I was talking about this actually in the 11:11 reading before I got distracted by the Aisha Curry stuff. But I was talking about these two paths that keep passing by, and I was like, it keeps on passing me by. But like sometimes I'm like, maybe it's the dual nature of things. Like maybe you're meant to find, like you're meant to walk this life together, but not as like you're one in the sense that you're moving the same way, you're moving towards the same place, you're moving even along the same ley lines, but in different worlds. And maybe you're meant to, maybe this is a connection reading between you and like a parallel self. There could be like a parallel a parallel self, and this could be spiritually, this could be like in a parallel universe, this could be like a specific path in your life. I don't know, and I'm not quite sure if these paths will ever converge or not. I don't think that's the point right now. As far as I know, there's just these two. There's something here. Hold on, I'm gonna look at this Four of Swords again. And started the fire. There's something about coming out of the fire though. What is this, Spirit? I need you to clarify for me because I'm getting a little lost. Oh, I just saw the Seven of Cups peek out. It's not that I don't like the Seven of Cups, but I haven't been able to make sense of that whole. So I've got to figure out what that is talking about. I don't know what it doesn't work. Brian started the fire. It was softly burning until the world was turning. Ryan started the fire. What's going on, sir? We got the Queen of Cups. She was in our original reading. What are you seeing, girl? Like, what are you stuck on? It's not that you're stuck, but, oh. The Tower? Are you seeing a Tower moment coming? What are you weaving? What are you doing? You might be seeing, I knew the Three of Swords because I was looking at the Temperance card. I knew that's where they're coming from. And maybe that's the Tower. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you're seeing a lifetime that you know. What do I want to say with this? With the Queen of Cups, I feel like you're seeing you're weaving in a lifetime. And maybe that's why you're at this meeting place. Maybe you're downloading information from this expression of self. And perhaps this expression of self does not need to be unearthed. It's like meeting with an ancestor. Like, maybe they don't need to be unearthed, and maybe that's part of the lesson. It's like you don't actually have to consume things in the sense that, like, take them on and make them your own life. Is that what you're saying, Spirit? Maybe you're recording history. There's something here about what the Queen of Cups is seeing. You're witnessing a lifetime. You're witnessing, you're receiving, you're recording a story. Maybe you're doing an act of justice right now. You're recording a story, recording a history, recording a wrongdoing, recording an injustice. There's something of the past that was buried, and you need to get the information out, not necessarily the being. And so you're like an eyewitness. You're being an eyewitness to something. With that Judgment card, like, you're being an eyewitness to something. Being a witness to it. You're recording. Are you recording something? We have the King of Pentacles. Maybe it's something that happened to someone. What is this, Spirit? What is this? What is this? What is this? You need to get this information out. You need it. This does feel past. This feels like something that happened. This feels like you are engaging with a spirit or an energy of the past. Yeah, okay. This feels like you could be recording the history, the rites, the life of an ancient magician, an ancient healer, an ancient energy. This is an ancestral energy, but it might not necessarily be your ancestor, if that makes sense. I don't know. This feels, maybe it is your ancestor. Maybe it is your ancestor. Maybe this is a masculine energy. There could be a masculine energy from the past that, like, called you to this place, or did you stumble upon it? We've got the Sun card. There's a ghosty ancestral energy here, okay? And I'm not sure it's actually your ancestor or if it's just an ancestor. You know what I mean? Like it's a person on Earth, or a person who was on Earth. I'm not exactly sure if you were called to this place, or if you were like walking along this path and felt the energy, felt the call, right? And actually, perhaps you are meant to unearth this. Perhaps this is like perfect timing, and this energy was like waiting with the tool. They had a tool, and they just needed someone who could come by and resonate with the energy, feel themselves reflected in the energy, and unearth this. Keep speaking to me, Spirit, because I'm not sure anymore. There's definitely something here. Could be connected to music. There's definitely something here. But you're picking up on something. Well, so I was feeling it when I was talking about the eyewitness accounts. Maybe you share a legacy with this being. Maybe you share a history. What is this though? What is this? What is this, Spirit? Maybe you share a legacy, you share a history. This could be a powerful person of the past, powerful position. 1 terabyte. The Emperor. This could be, okay, I had a reading. This is making me think of that reading. We'll see. I had a reading that I did talking about, we were doing a spiritual court reading. And I was talking about karma. Karma caught up in this dust storm. This thing is happening with karma. It's stuck in this loop. And then there was this king energy that came through all of a sudden. I think this is connected to the number 222. I think this reading is actually like a 222 reading. I don't know. Maybe. But the thing is, I feel like the king energy that came through at the very end, it came around very much so all of a sudden. Like it was like, what the hell? Like suddenly this king energy was here and explaining things, and there was like the problems with karma. This king energy seemed to be like trying to offer an explanation. I would have to rewatch the reading to completely remember what happened. But there's something there. I feel like this could be the same king energy from that reading. So this could be, is there a king around? Is this you? Let's see, because I feel like this king is coming forward, but why? Is this you? The king from that, I wanted to say the miracle. I have another reading, a miracle in the garden reading about this miracle. I don't know if they're all connected. I'm trying to be careful. It's like you have to be like, you have to be really discerning, you know? It's almost like with this energy, you can't just go for whatever you feel like naturally saying, because you have to discern. Like you have to like really wade through this and really understand what the actual correct message is, because it's easy to get lost in translation or get lost in the feeling. Not every feeling is factual. But there's definitely like a divine masculine presence, definitely like a king energy here. Who is that? Yeah, okay. What is that? Cut ties, cut swords. The tower. There's something here. There's something here connected to the resources. There's a connection point. There's like an investment. This king had an investment. Maybe. Is that what it is? This king had an investment in this. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, what is that? What is this? Spirit, please direct me with clarity, clarity, clarity. What is this? Maybe I need to clear the deck. Ace of Cups. There's something meaningful that this king maybe used to work with. Maybe there's a gift. Maybe it was something that it used to offer a gift. I'm feeling something here. Like you're getting all these kings, they all look alike. Maybe this is a lineage. Maybe this is a lineage. Is this a lineage? And I want to keep her out because she's the one seeing this. Is this a lineage of work, of the type of work that this king used to do in this one? Because we need some. We got the 10 of swords. 10 of wands in the back, but we'll do what we do. From the grave. This is an energy speaking from the grave. And I think. You never know. You never know. An offering to be made. What? There's something from this tower. To cut it off and complete this cycle. There's like one more like thing left to charm left to gather to complete this wreath. This wreath is this wreath is the sword. What is this? Okay, Spirit, I need you to speak. Or this king energy, I need you to speak. I don't know. You guys pick. There's a burial. I think that this is a burial method. A burial method? Like a burial method? Something that needs to be put to rest. With the 4 of Swords, there's something that needs to be put to rest. Maybe this king energy was not put to rest. Maybe there's an ancestor, a lineage. Maybe there's a certain way that you put them to rest. You know, everybody has their different funeral practices, laying the dead to rest. Everybody has different ways, right? But maybe they weren't laid to rest in the right way, and perhaps they need to be. And perhaps there's like a certain thing that you can make. There's a way you can lay them to rest. You can do this spiritual work for them. Maybe they're asking you to lay them to rest because right now their grave is like, it's not closed. Their grave is left open and they need you to close it for them. And it might have to do with, like, there's like a leaf, okay? And then you need to, but what do you need to do? Design this thing and do what? And wrap what? Like a tool? But what tool? The Lovers. That's random. What is this about? What's going on? Clarity, please. What is this? What is this? What is this? The 2 of Swords. Yeah, I remember that. It's that candle. But the Lovers, I'm thinking about like pregnancies and finding out if it's a girl or a boy. I don't know why that's what I'm thinking about, but that's what I'm thinking about. Taurus season. Well, my sister's having a baby in Taurus season. 29, 29, 39. 8 of Cups. What is this? That's all the energy that was trying to block. Oh, that's all the energy. that was trying to block this thing. Try to get to it. To put its light out, but it's been staying. Oh, it's been keeping it's been staying alive. Okay. There could be an energy, this king energy, this masculine energy, this lineage energy of magic workers, healers, medicine men. I said the medicine man in another reading. I just can't remember which one. And there could have been all these energies trying to put this candle out, get this ancestor gone, or something like that. Maybe. And it's been trying to protect its light. There's been like this ancestral energy that has stayed alive, has remained all this time for this single purpose, maybe to come through. To come through again. Maybe this is connected to a baby that's going to be born. Maybe this is connected to a baby that's going to be born. Maybe is this an ancestor that wants to come back? Or is this an ancestor that wants to not incarnate and so wants to close the loop? What is this? This baby feels like it's like there's a baby and maybe an ancestor is going to like there's potential for an ancestor to incarnate in this being and like be the soul of this baby, but I'm not sure if that's what they desire, because perhaps they're trying to protect this life form, this baby, from a bunch of ancestral like weight. Maybe they don't want to bring that type of karma down on this baby. So they're trying to protect this baby from from these lives. And so this baby might right now be still hanging in the balance in terms of not necessarily having a soul attached to it yet. The baby's fine, but like the ancestor might be trying to, what? Like it's trying to corrupt the light? Maybe it doesn't want, I don't, like, what is, what? Boy, girl. Maybe they want to have maybe it's about trying to make sure that this ends up being a girl. What is this? You gotta explain more to me, Spirit, please, with more clarity. They're like, keep this buried. Maybe this is some type of inheritance and they're asking you to deny it. It looks like an offering, but really it's a weapon. What? Maybe there's too many past lives. There's too many. The moon. Yeah, reveal it. This man is burdened. And remember how we started off this reading talking about these men? There's trauma in these men. They're burdened. And maybe you need to do a ritual so that the baby doesn't receive the soul of a man, like becomes a girl instead. Girl, I don't know. I'm trying. Spirit, discernment. clarity. What is this on about? Clarity, discernment. Clear, cancel, release. Clear, cancel, release. Cut the cords. Cut the cords. No. What? What? Taurus is divine feminine energy. What? You want a girl? What is this? Bruh. There's a Ten of Wands. There's a burden. Ow! Ow. Maybe they don't identify. Maybe this is a baby. Maybe this is a child who's going to be trans, who is trans, and who's not maybe born as a man, but not born as a boy, but is really a girl. Maybe a girl, a woman. Maybe this is a child that's two-spirited. Remember we were talking about the two paths? Maybe this is a child who's two-spirited. Maybe this is an ancestor who's two-spirited, who wasn't able to say that when they were younger. Bruh. Maybe this is a child who's two-spirited. What is this? Discernment, clarity. This is a baby coming through who's nervous about being welcomed into a family. I just want you to know that you will be loved down. So there's no need to be concerned. Just in case this is a baby who wants to come forward. That's okay. We love everybody over here. Because this might have something to do with queerness. King of Discs, King of Wands, Ace of Wands. What is this? I don't feel like I've gotten to the crux of the message though. But there's definitely something. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. And when I saw Three of Cups, I thought of three identities. Maybe someone who's non-binary. I don't know why I'm thinking about gender so much, but maybe it's just expression. Would you light my candle? Would you light my candle? There could be someone who's queer in your life, and maybe they're asking for acceptance. Someone whose identity is, if maybe they grappled with it and they felt like it was wrong, but it's who they are. This could be like a queer awakening, somebody who's queer. This could be specifically a masculine energy. They could be gay. They could be gay, and they could be really struggling with that awakening. They could really resonate with feminine energy, but have not been allowed to. I don't know if that's the truth, though. I don't feel like that's... What is this? I'm sorry. I'm like, it's so complicated. Maybe this is an identity that we don't have a name for it in English or on Earth, or we haven't been able to figure it out yet. But I don't know yet. Multiple personalities, but I don't feel like it's that. What is this, Spirit? What is this? Would you light my... The Nine of Swords, okay. Three of Wands, okay. I've been seeing both of these. Like information coming out, information going in. What? Coming out? Maybe someone's coming out. Maybe someone's coming out. Maybe you're gonna receive information that's shocking to you. Huh? Chickens? Snails? What is this? What is this? What is this? What's this? Oh, maybe you're going to receive information about yourself. The Three of Cups. Maybe you're going to be told something about yourself. Maybe it's going to be shocking information. I need you to clarify the Three of Cups, please. Maybe someone's gonna offer you something, and it's gonna be like real clarity, real information, and it's coming from a loving place. Like you can trust what you're receiving. It's nourishing. It's friendly. It's kind. It's what? What is this? I don't get this part. There's a loving force here. There's a loving, gentle energy that like sees you and is acknowledging a part of you that maybe you don't acknowledge yourself. Or you haven't known, or I don't know, maybe a part of you just haven't had witnessed. There's definitely something waking up within. Maybe you're someone who walks between worlds. Maybe this is dealing with the spirit world. Maybe you're someone who walks between worlds, and maybe that's being made clear to you, that you have that kind of gift, that you can see. Maybe you can see the dead. Maybe you can see the trauma, the history, the pain, the hurt. You see something that maybe you're not technically supposed to see, but it's not there. There's nothing scary here. It's maybe that's the way it's perceived from an outside perspective. Maybe it's really misunderstood in general society. Maybe that's why I was like connecting it to queerness and to transness, because these are things that are very misunderstood and a lot of people vilify them. It's scary to a lot of people. Maybe it's even scary to you, whatever this is, and that's why maybe you don't accept it because it's scary to you, or you don't trust it, you misjudge it, you don't understand it. But maybe there's something being called. Maybe you see spirits. Maybe you either see dead spirits, you can communicate with dead spirits, with death energy. Maybe you have a close relationship with it in a way that maybe you have a connection. You know, maybe you're a medium. Maybe you're a medium. Maybe you're a medium. The medium is the message. The medium is the message. The medium is the message. I heard that yesterday. We have justice. Maybe it's hard for you to accept this fate. First, oh my gosh. We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, because there's a very gentle, angelic energy with this Three of Cups. And I even feel it with the Page of Cups, that this is sweet energy, but it might be, considered, hard to consider. Maybe you're going to have an initiation. Maybe you're going to be greeted by some energies. Maybe you're going to wake up to something. Maybe you're going to see something. Maybe you're going to have your first interaction. Maybe your first more blatant interaction. Yeah, maybe. Like this is all a really big maybe. And maybe something's gonna Maybe something's gonna visit you. Okay, and maybe you need to be like soft and gentle with this, like accepting of this and not fight it. Maybe just allowing yourself to trust it, to believe it. Maybe this is like a preparation type of reading where it's just like, don't be afraid. Though it's not, reading is super scary to me. So I feel like any fear would be like projected. You know what I mean? There's nothing super scary here. I'm still trying to figure out. Maybe you feel like maybe you feel wrong. Maybe you feel scared of this because it feels scary, dangerous, devious to you. Maybe you grew up in a culture or religion that really did a number on you in a way that you don't recognize. And so you're afraid of these types of things. You don't trust yourself, your experience with these types of things. You maybe you do think that they're devilish, you know, and you're scared of them. But I feel like the energy here is very, very much so not that, you know. You can see there's hurt energy with some of them. Some of them are very angelic and kind. I just feel like maybe you're waking up to a vision, or you're seeing beyond the veil. You're seeing another realm. You've got this connection, and maybe it's becoming, there's an offering being made to you, an opportunity, an invitation, and maybe like your soul is offering this like upgrade, and it allows you to engage more heavily with these energies. And maybe it's like a choice you get to make, whether you choose to say yes and begin to not be a host, but host these energies in the sense that engage them. And you've got to make that decision for yourself. And maybe you're being called upon and you decide, you decide. But it could definitely be, it could be triggering, it could be scary. It's definitely enlightening. But maybe you're entering a certain level of mediumship. This could be ushered in by a god. This is so interesting. Okay, Spirit. Like, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. What is this? What is the King of Pentacles though? Maybe this is the first healing act that you're gonna do. It's for this King of Pentacles. Maybe you're gonna deliver a message. Maybe you're like a message deliverer, like Apollo, like where you deliver messages. Isn't it Apollo when he has the harp and he's like the musician and he also is a messenger? Maybe you're gonna deliver messages between spirits. Maybe you're working for the spirit world, or I don't know. But maybe there's like a message that a certain spirit wants you to deliver to a family, to an ancestral line, to another spirit. Maybe you're meant to deliver, maybe you deliver messages. The Fool. They're gonna ask you to do this thing, and it's like, will you do this work? Will you agree? Will you do this for them? The Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe it will change your fate. Be a strange twist of fate. You really might be a medium. What was that? Oh, Two of Pentacles. Might be a medium. What is this? We have the... In a sense, this could be a wish come true. This is a complicated message. It's like trying to figure this out. Trying to discern this is like, it's real work. We have the Temperance card. Maybe like you've really been working yourself up to this moment, and maybe this is like a real like coming of age moment, and like a real evolution of self kind of moment, because this could be something that, whether you realize it or not, you've been working your way towards for a while, laying the groundwork for a while, and maybe you're being asked to take over a certain position in terms of communication with the dead, a certain spiritual position. With the Devil here, I want to clarify the Devil, because I'm like, I'm not concerned about it. I'm hesitant is how I feel. I feel hesitant, and maybe your heart is unsure about this, unsure if you can trust this thing, perhaps is what it is. But there's an opportunity being brought forward to maybe like communicate with the dead. Like it really is like that really is like the only way to say it. But maybe you're a medium. Maybe you're a medium and you've got a message. If you're a medium with the message, and maybe you're meant to communicate, and maybe the Devil here is like, because you're afraid of it, you fear this, you've got a perception around this. Maybe it really makes you tussle with your spirituality, because maybe your spirituality is, you know, religion, it's of a religious origin, and because of the way religion treats mediums and treats the dead, maybe it, you know, and the way it treats demons and the devil and hell and darkness and all these things, it can make your experience of this very complicated. But this could be the next lifetime for you, or like this could be the next evolution of your soul. And this could be like about to happen. What is this baby on about? I want to say this could be ushered in by the birth of a baby. We have the 8 of Wands. Maybe when a certain light enters the world, this work begins. Maybe this will begin when a baby is born. Maybe this will begin in 8 months. Maybe this will begin in 10 months. Maybe this will begin when a certain light enters the world. Maybe this is your preparation time. There must be a strange twist of fate. 9 of Wands. And maybe these next few periods are just destruction zones. Maybe you're going to be able to speak with the souls of children, the spirits of babies. Maybe you're going to be able to understand. Death energy. Maybe you can really work with ancestral energy. Ancestral veneration. Maybe you've got a gift for it, a knack for it. Maybe you're meant to be a medium. Like, I don't know, like, how you begin this process. Because it's like, what is up with these babies? But, maybe you're meant to be, maybe you're a medium, and maybe you're going to open up a psychic channel. Can you, like, explain this and, like, what's, oh. Maybe this is what's coming. Maybe this is what's coming. Maybe this is what opens up the psychic channel. There could be a baby coming. Maybe it's the baby that's coming. Alegua, like, what is this? Ooh, there could be a baby coming. There could be a baby coming that's powerful, that's gifted. A baby that's gifted is coming. A baby with a large soul is coming. Maybe the baby's a medium. Maybe you're meant to experience warning and understanding. Not warning, but maybe this baby's a medium. And maybe they're going to be at odds with themselves. And they're going to inherit something. Can you clarify this? Six of Wands reversed. Like all of the empty wishes, all the empty paths. It's like this one is the one. Like finally the one. I don't wanna be the one, the one. It's too much pressure. The one. You could be being called to a path. You could be being called to a path of mediumship. There's also this baby energy. It could be both of y'all. But maybe you need to get started because maybe you're going to be a teacher or a mentor towards this baby, this child, as they grow up, and they'll have the same gift. Girl, like, and you need to open yourself up to it. I don't know. Maybe there's a baby that wants to communicate with you. I mean, shit. I don't want to be the one, the one. It's too much pressure. The one, the one. You could be inheriting something